Kadachidatamanasam Brahmalokan Mahimgatam Bhavre Brahapratam Mamtu Janati Kamamohita Kadachid. Once upon a time, Tamana, traveling, she, Brahmaloka, from Brahmaloka, highest planet, Mahim, on the earth, Gatam, having come, Bhavre, she proposed, Rahat Pratam, Avat Brahmachari, Mam, unto me, too, then Janati, knowing, Kama Mohita, the illusion by lust. When I once came to this earth from Brahmaloka, the highest planetary system, the daughter of time wandering over the universe, met me. Knowing me to be an avowed brahmachari, she became lusty and proposed that I accept her. Can you repeat? When I once came to this earth from Brahmaloka, the highest planetary system, the daughter of time, wandering over the universe, met me. Knowing me to be an avowed brahmachari, she became lusty and proposed that I accept her. Purport by Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami. The great sage Narada Muni was a Nastika brahmachari, that is, he never had sex life. He was consequently an evergreen youth. Old age, Jara could not attack him. The invalidity of old age can overcome an ordinary man, but Narada Muni was different. Taking Narada Muni to be an ordinary man, the daughter of time confronted him with her lusty desire. It requires great strength to resist the woman's attraction. It is difficult for old man and what to speak of young. Those who live as brahmacharis must follow in the footsteps of great sage Narada Muni, who never accepted the proposal of Jara. Those who are too much sexually addicted become victims of Jara, and very soon their lifespan is shortened. Without utilizing the human form of life of Krishna consciousness, the victims of Jara die very soon in this world. So you become sexually addicted. Those who are too much sexually addicted become victims of Jara, and very soon their lifespan is shortened. Yesterday we spoke about this at length. Those who were here yesterday? So we're going to the next verse. The great sage Narada continued, when I refused to accept a request, she became very angry at me and cursed me severely. Because I refused the request, she said that I would not be able to stay in one place for a long time. So that was the curse. The great sage Narada Muni has a spiritual body, therefore old age, disease, birth and death do not affect him. Narada is the most kind devotee of the Supreme Lord, and his only business is to travel all over the universe and preach Krishna consciousness. In other words, his business is to make everyone a Vaishnava. Under these circumstances, there is ordinarily no need for him to stay in one place for more than the time he requires to preach. Since by his own free will he is already travelling all over the universe, the curse of Kalakanya is described as fortunate. Like Narada Muni, many other devotees of the Lord are engaged in preaching the glories of the Lord in different places, in different universes. Such personalities are beyond the jurisdiction of material laws. After she was thus disappointed by me, with my permission she approached the king of the Yamanas, whose name was Bhaya, or fear, and she accepted him as a husband. Purport. Being the most perfect Vaishnava, Sri Narada Muni is always willing to do good to the others, even to one who curses him. Although Kalakanya, the daughter of time, was refused by Narada Muni, she was given a shelter. Of course, no one would give her shelter, but a Vaishnava gives shelter. Somewhere to such an unfortunate girl, when Jara always attacks everyone, everyone, dwindles and deteriorates. In one stroke, Narada Muni gave shelter to Kalakanya and counteracted the ordinary karmis. If one accepts the instruction Narada Muni, the ocean of fear, fire can be very quickly removed by the grace of that great Vaishnava. Approaching the king of the Yavanas, Kalakanya addressed him as a great hero, saying, "My dear sir, you are the best of the untouchables. I am in love with you and I want you as my husband. I know that no one is better to be next friend with you." Purport. The words Yavana Rishabham refer to the king of the Yavanas. The Sanskrit word Yavana and Malacha apply to those who do not follow the Vedic principles. According to the Vedic principles, one should rise early in the morning, take bath and chant Hare Krishna, offer Mangala Arati to the deities, study Vedic literature, take prasad, and engage in dressing and decorating the deities. One must also collect money for the temple expenditures, or if one is a householder, he must go to work in accordance with the prescribed duties of a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. In this way, one should live a life of spiritual understanding, and this is the Vedic way of civilization. One who does not follow all these rules and regulations is called a Yavana or a Malacha. What are you going to be? Huh? What? Halfway. Malacha and a devotee, half. Huh? Half. Yes? One should not mistakenly think that these words refer to certain class of man in other countries. There is no question of limitation according to nationalism. Whether one lives in India or outside India is called a Yavana or Malacha if he does not follow the Vedic principle. One who does not actually follow the hygienic principles prescribed in the Vedic rules and regulations will be subject to many contagious diseases. Because the students in the Krishna conscious movement are advised to follow the Vedic principle, they naturally become hygienic. If a person is Krishna conscious, he can work like a young man even if he is 75 or 80 years old. Thus the daughter of Kala, time cannot overcome a Vaishnava. Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami engaged in writing Chaitanya Charitamrita when he was very old. Yet he presented the most wonderful literature about the activities of Lord Chaitanya. Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami began their spiritual lives at a very old age, that is, after they retired from their occupation and family lives. Yet they presented many valuable literature for the advancement of spiritual life. This is confirmed by Srila Srinivas Acharya, who praised the Goswamis in this way. Nana Shastra Vicharanaika Nipunam Saddharma Samstapakam Lokanam Hitakarinam Tribhuvane Manjam Sharanya Karo Radha Krishna Padaravinda Bhajanam Nande Namakaliko Vande Rupa Dhanadhanam Raduyugo Sri Jiva Gopalako. I offer my respectful obeisances under the 6 Goswamis, namely Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who are very expert in scrutinizing the study of all the revealed scriptures with the aim of establishing eternal religious principles for the benefit of all human beings. Thus they are honored all over the 3 worlds and they are worth taking shelter of because they are absorbed in the mood of the gopis and engaged in the transcendental loving service of Radha and Krishna. The jara, the effect of old age, does not harass the devotee. This is because the devotee follows the instruction and the determination of Narada Muni. All the devotees in the disciplic succession stealing from Narada Muni because they worship the deity according to the Narada Muni direction, namely the Narada Pancharatra or the Pancharatrika Vidhi. A devotee follows the principle of Pancharatrika Vidhi as well as the Bhagavata Vidhi Bhagavata Vijay includes preaching work, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Srimad Bhagavatam 7.5.23, the hearing and chanting of the glories of Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Pancharatra Vidhi include Achanam, Bandhanam, Dasyam, Satyam, Atman, Nivedanam. Because the devotee rigidly follows the instruction, Narada Muni has no fear of old age, disease or death. Apparently, a devotee may grow old, but is not subject to the symptoms of defeat experienced by a common man in old age. Consequently, old age does not make a devotee fearful of death, as a common man is fearful of death. When Jara, old age, takes shelter of a devotee, Kalakanya diminishes the devotee's fear. A devotee knows that after death he is going back home, back to Godhead. Therefore, he has no fear of death. Thus, instead of depressing a devotee, advantage helps him become fearless and thus happy. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Garaman Vedati Swaparandikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vikam Tam Sajivam Shadvitam Shabhutam Parvinam Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanitam Vishya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Sapta Kanchna Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishakanu Sita Devi Pranamami Hare Priya Vancha Kalpataro Vyasya Kripa Sindhuvevacha Patidanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnaveshnam Namaram Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Naminen Namaste Saraswati Deva Gauravani Pacharinen Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarinen Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this verses are very informative, yes. So if we want to stay youthful, not spend so much money on your plastic surgery, right? Because you want to go, what? Botox and so many things, right? Formula is here. You have to become transcendental, correct? Now how you become transcendental? How? You have to follow a transcendentalist, yes? Yes? Who is the transcendentalist? Who? Prabhupada. You follow his instruction. Now what's his instruction? Huh? Sleep. Sleep, Prabhu. Sleeping, Prabhu. What? Huh? What's his instruction? Sleep. Sleep. What do you say sleep in Bangla? What? Gun. Rom. Whom? A Jeev Jago. So you see how the system is put inside. This is the Vedic system. You wake up in the morning, chanting, Mangala Arati. First bath. First is what? Bath. And then what? Tilak. Change clothes. Yes? Yeah, see? You feel better? Huh? See? Not I didn't chastise you for no reason. This is the instruction. Yes or not? See? Then what you do? take bath, chant Hare Krishna, offer Mangala Arati to deities. What time Mangala Arati? 9 o'clock. Huh? 9 o'clock. Huh? 5 o'clock. Some people do Mangala Arati at 12 o'clock. They say brunch, lunch and dinner, lunch and breakfast together. Yeah? So we'll do together, brunch, Mangala Arati. See how? And then you must study Vedic literature also. It's not that you do only this, you don't study. What is there here? You must read. Yes? Correct? And take prasadam. See, you cannot eat anything other than and engage in dressing and decorating the deities. That means you must become a Brahman. Yes? Yes or not? You cannot remain as a Sudra. That is Malacha. It's low class. So you must upgrade. Yes? So you see, and one must also collect money for the temple expenditures. See? It's not that we are collecting money for eating and sleeping. We are collecting for what? Preaching work. Temple is very important, is it not? Not important. Temple is very important. Wash face. So you see, these are all guidelines to how to become what? A follower of Vedic system. These are basic. These are all what? Basic thing to do. You follow? Now we don't do these things. In this way one should live a life of spiritual understanding, and this is the Vedic way of civilization, right? And one who does not follow all these rules and regulations is called a Yavana or a Malacha. Malacha means meat eater. No, Malacha means Yavana who don't follow Vedic system. Malacha means meat eater. You understand? So because we are staying with the Malachas and Yavanas, we also get into their habit. You follow? Association. That's why we need temple to set the rules. You understand? Because we may sometimes not follow, but when we come here, we are forced to follow. You understand? We are forced to follow the system. So by forcing to adapt to the system, we will make a what? Advancement. That's why this is very important system as association of devotees, especially temple, they must maintain the standard. If the temple is not maintaining the standard, then how the outside people will come and follow? You understand? This is the problem. Most of the temples have gone down to the standard. They are not preaching, and they open the curtain at 8 o'clock. Yes? And the priest may be not following the principles. And if every temple is doing it, they think this is the standard. Yes? You understand? So we have to understand the principle, how temple worship is so important. Why it's important? Because we will not go down to the degraded level of becoming a Yavana and a Malacha. You understand? Like now, I ask you a question, you have been staying in the temple, have you improved or you gone down? Improve. You feel better or you feel... You understand? So that's why it says, even though it is 1 minute, but it is going to help. That's why it says, what is that verse? Lava mantra. Sadhu Sangha? Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastro hoy. Lava mantra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi hoy. You know. If you just associate with devotees, and devotees are found where? Nightclub. Where are they staying? Nightclub. Where? Hotel. Where they staying? Where the devotees are found? Temple. Understand? And we must learn how to associate with them. Just like now this boy came. He's been coming. But because of the association today you see upgraded. Yes? And he will remember this all his life. Yes? Every time he put the dhoti, he will remember, I got the schooling, you know. Correct? So this is what? For him to understand. So therefore chastisement is very important. Not that we chastise whimsically. We will just like Narada Muni, correct? He is giving blessing even to someone who cursed him. The devotee association. Just like Narada Muni, he chastised who? Manigriva and Nalakwara. He chastised them, he cursed them. They become trees. But because they have cursed, they saw Krishna's pastime. Yes? And they got delivered. So therefore devotee association, even they curse you or they bless you, it's always good. That's why we should always seek the association of... Why? Because the devotees are maintaining this principle, this standard. And if you want to improve, you must go and associate with... Because on the own to get strength is very difficult. Yes? Correct? Yes or no? Because need strength. To fight Maya you need what? Strength. Where is strength coming from? Where is it coming from? Strength. Where is the strength coming from? See? As long as one has to accept a material body which is different parts and paraphernalia which are not fully under one's control, one must have the lotus feet of his superiors, namely his spiritual master and the spiritual master's predecessors. By their mercy, one can sharpen the sword of knowledge, and with the power of the Supreme Personality of God, His mercy, one must then conquer the enemies mentioned above. In this way, the devotee should be able to merge into his own transcendental beliefs, and then he may give up his body and resume his spiritual identity. So you need to get strength, and strength comes from worshipping the spiritual master. By pleasing the spiritual master, then Krishna becomes pleased. So when Krishna becomes pleased, then he will give you the strength to overcome his Maya. You understand? You cannot overcome Maya by your own effort. That's not possible. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, no? Devi esha gunamai, mama maya turatyaya. My Maya you cannot. But mam eva prapadyante, mayam etantara. By surrendering to me, you can overcome Maya. Surrendering to Krishna cannot go direct. You must go and surrender through the pure devotee. Then, you see, it's explained here. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord says, Janma karma chami divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tyaktva deham punar janma nahite mam etir sujana. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activity does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in the material world, but attains Maya eternal abode. O Arjuna, this is the highest perfection of life, and the human body is meant for this purpose. I want to read you to some very important part here. A significant word here is Achyuta Bala. The spiritual master is certainly very merciful to his disciple. Consequently, by satisfying him, a devotee gets strength from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. See this point? If you want spiritual strength, you must satisfy and then the spiritual master has been pleased, then Krishna will become pleased. And when Krishna becomes pleased, then only you will get the strength to overcome. You understand this? So how to please the spiritual master? By following his instruction. Yes? If you don't follow his instruction, can you please him? Can you please him? Cannot. So when you don't follow his instruction, then you become useless. You become what? It is very important. You understand? It is not whimsical, because this involves Maya. This involves what? When you are sleeping, to wake up, how much problem it is? Yes or not? The mind is telling so many things. Yes? No, yesterday you slept late. No, yesterday you went already. No, you woke up in the morning. Today, never mind. Correct? Yes or not? Every time the mind will play tricks on you. Correct? And if you sleep through, then the mind will tell you, what a fool you are. Why didn't you wake up? That's the mind. Correct? So therefore, to overcome the mind, we need association. We need what? Association is so important. That's why Srila Prabhupada has started temples. Why start the temples? So that we can get association. Right? Somebody help, somebody help like this, then we all work together cooperatively. Yes, easy. But you one person want to do, cannot? Can. And then what happens? When you don't follow, then the mind will become attacked by Maya. And what does Maya does? First thing you will do what? You become depressed. Then you lose your utsaha, enthusiasm. When you lose your enthusiasm, you become more depressed. Then more depressed, you lose your patience. You get angry. Correct? When you get angry, you also lose your determination. All this nonsense, Hare Krishna. Correct? And you fall down. You fall down. See how dangerous this is. Because it is pertaining to the enemy. And where is the enemy? Where is the enemy? Enemy is here. Where is the enemy? Krishna says the mind can be your best friend or your worst. And you are keeping the enemy here. And the enemy is not quiet. He is always telling you, Shastra. Do, don't do, don't do, don't do. Yes or not? So we are always under the control of this crazy mind. The only way we can train the mind is to bring in the morning to wake up. The moment you wake up in the morning and chant, the mind is quiet already. Correct? Because Brahma Muhurtam time, you wake up and you chant, then the mind is become peaceful because it comes to the mood of goodness. You can only control the mind if you wake up and you start chanting. If you sleep through and you wake up, especially after the sun comes up, then your mind will become very agitated. No doubt you may be chanting. You understand? It will be difficult to control the mind. It is says here, see? Now that I am telling some stories. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, the three modes of material nature, namely goodness, passion and ignorance, pertain to material intelligence and not to the spirit soul. By development of material goodness, one can conquer the mode of passion and ignorance. By cultivation of transcendental goodness, one may be free. One may free oneself from material goodness. You see the point here? Huh? Look, the next verse is also very important. When the living entity becomes strongly situated in the mode of goodness, then religious principles characterized by devotional service to me become prominent. One can strengthen the mode of goodness by cultivating those things that are already situated in goodness, and thus religious principles arise. See, the moment you wake up and start chanting, then what? Religious principle arise. That means Maya is what? Finish. You disengage from Maya. Understand? So that moment is very crucial. If you don't want to do, then sorry, you cannot make progress. Like one boy was coming here, he's chanting 16 rounds and he's what? Still eating meat. For 3 years he's chanting and he's eating meat. And he never knew what is Mangala Arati. He never knew what is Mangala Arati. Tell me what kind of a training he has got. Yes? When you come to our temple, what they tell you? Prabhu, please come for Mangala. Yes? Yes or not? Oh, so early to wake up. Right? And then you experience. When you experience, how you feel? You never felt better in your life. Yes or not? This is Shastra, Krishna is teaching. So we have to follow this system. Understand? And then as he says here, we follow this system, we come in the mode of goodness, then we will not be attacked by disease and all, which is the mode of passion and ignorance. Right? Especially they say this coronavirus is attacking people who are smokers. People who are, because when they smoke, nicotine has completely clogged up their lungs and their lung cannot function with what? Full capacity, and the disease can take over and you will die. But when you become Krishna conscious, then we teach you, you cannot smoke, you cannot eat meat, you cannot what? Have illicit sex, you cannot gamble. These are what? Looks like wow, very difficult. But when you do, you become very healthy. Yes? Ever since you came here, you had any problem with your health? If you are not here, how many times you go to the clinic? Yes? Simple. Understand? So we just have to learn how to follow the system. Understand? And not only that, if you become a devotee, Krishna will protect you. Krishna says, my devotee will not perish. When you take food offered to Krishna, prasadam, cook on the spot, without any chemical, this, that, fresh, if you eat such food, will you get sick? If you eat from the stall and all contaminated, know what the guy is putting inside, how much your mind will be polluted? They say 50% of the disease comes from the mind. Yes? So how this Krishna consciousness is very beneficial. Yes, it's programmed. You follow this program and you will have no problem. When you don't follow this program, yes, you will get unlimited, as Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, you don't listen to me, you do what you want to do, then you will be finished. Yeah, I will show you also. Machita sarva durgani mat prasada tarishyasi atachetvam ahankaran nashrosyasi vinansyasi. If you become conscious of me, you will pass over all the obstacles of conditioned life by my grace. If, however, you do not work in such consciousness but act through false ego, not hearing me, you will be lost. So you cannot fight Krishna, it's not possible. It is not? It's not possible. Krishna said already, my Maya you cannot overcome. So Krishna again saying here, by my grace, yes, you will. That means you must listen. If you listen and don't do, then again problem. That's why Krishna says, however you do not work in such consciousness but act through false ego, not hearing me, then you hearing who? Who? You hearing your crazy mind? Everything is spoken already, not that Krishna had to come here and personally give you darshan, it's all there. Huh? Understand? If you don't follow, then you're going to have many problems. You cannot avoid this. You follow? Right? If you don't want to follow and you want to invent your your own technique and your own what? Speculation, Krishna says you act on your own false ego, but act through false ego, not hearing ahankaram, not hearing me, you will be lost. This is what's happening in the whole world, no direction, nobody knows where to go, what not to do, to put the mask. What is the use of this mask, Prabhu? I am not saying don't put, you put, but where is the direction? Yes, the direction is here, you follow this, wake up in the morning, do Mangala Arati, you chant, and then he is assured, Shastra saying here, you will not be attacked by this. You will remain youthful. You understand? There's one verse. The rising of the sun and setting of the sun takes away the life of everybody except one who is chanting Hare. Where's the verse? 2:3:7. Both by the rising and by setting the sun decreases the duration life of everyone except one who utilizes the time by discussing the topics of all good personality Godhead. So you become Krishna conscious. You understand? Then you will remain youthful. Krishna will give you strength. Yes? But you don't want to do and come and break 50 coconuts, it's not going to work. Or buy so much banana, it's not going to work. You have to do these things. Work. Krishna says you do. Wake up in the morning, chant Hare Krishna, attend Mangala Arati, correct? Take Krishna Prasadam, help in the temple. The temple should be your what? It should be the nucleus for all your activities. Yes? And Krishna will give all strength, all everything he will make nice for you. That he already declared. Very quickly also you become righteous. Chipram bhavanti dharmatma. Satvat santi nigachyati. Satsvat santi nigachyati. Chipram bhavati dharma. You will become righteous. Become what? A great soul. Then old age, Kali, all will never come near a devotee. Right? Kali Yuga is a symptom of all this old age, this, that, all coming. Correct? Because they all are attacked to sinful activities. Kali means what? Meditating, illicit act, gambling, intoxication. Correct? So, the moment you chant, Kali runs away. Right? Kali kalmasu nasanam. So please try to understand what we are doing here in the temple established by Prabhupada is a very important thing to counteract all these problems that we are facing. If you try to not do this, then you cannot get any salvation. Not possible. That's why Krishna already said that you will be lost, you will be destroyed. Krishna's word can be false. Who is the controller, you or Krishna? Oh, you. Who is the controller? You. You tell Krishna what to do. What? Yeah? What? Understand? There is no shortcut for this. You can try and try, you will fail. And then fail means what? You don't listen to me, I cast you to lower species. You cannot get human birth, then how? You want to come back here, lower birth. He will put you in birth of the demonic species, and then again go down, down, go completely down. Then what will happen? Suppose you take birth as a fish, how are you going to get sadhu sangha? Some devotee go on the boat. He will be chant Hare Krishna, you are some million miles downstairs. How are you going to hear? Or maybe he will eat and throw some prasadam and by chance you come up. Yeah? Anyway, which devotee want to go to the sea anyway? Prabhupada went in the ship, yes. So you wait for the next Prabhupada? Yeah? And you follow especially that Atlantic route, you be on the right track. If you don't take the Pacific Ocean, Prabhupada didn't go there. Right? Understand? And that's why Krishna says, you go down and that's it. So why we want to do all these things? Why we have to do all these things? Is it so difficult to just wake up in the morning, chant Hare Krishna and do this thing? Very, very difficult? Yes, Prabhu, it's very difficult. Yes? How much more difficult all these other things? Think. What? So let us be honest. Better we play what Krishna said. That's why Arjuna said, no. I want to do what you tell me to do. I don't want to do what all these things are. I just want to follow you. Understand? That's intelligence. This is intelligence. Arjuna vacha nastamoham smriti labdva tvat prasada mayachyuta stitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. This is what we want to do. Follow this example. Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. I have regained my memory by mercy. I am now firm and free from doubt and I am prepared to act according to your instruction. You understand this? So how is his illusion gone? How he regain his memory? How? By your mercy. By whose mercy? Guru and Krishna's mercy. Because here Arjuna's Guru is Krishna also. Correct? Guru's mercy. Then he becomes firm and free from doubt. Unless you are firm, fixed up, and you are free from doubt, you cannot act. They are not possible. So these are all instructions for us to move forward. Is there no temple here in Singapore? Is there a temple? Is the temple closed? If you are in Johor, I can understand, but you are here. Correct? Yes? Right? And is the temple closed at 5 o'clock? What? In fact, the door opens at what time? 4 o'clock. Are there no devotees here? What? Are there no deities here? Huh? Tell me. Every facility is here. Yes? Correct? So what we need to do? Plug in. Correct? So we don't want to take advantage of this, then we definitely will be affected by Maya. And when we get affected by Maya, then Krishna will leave us. Maya takes over. And when Maya takes over, then yes, why coronavirus? You will get many things. One problem after another. Like today's verse, you'll be affected. So example is given how the devotees, even at old age also they are not affected. And their whole idea is to preach the welfare of everybody. You become better. Their only is what? Wish is that you take this knowledge and you become better. So we should learn how to accept this. Because we have wasted our life, so many births we have taken. Are we prepared to again take many more births? Tell me. By some good arrangement, we have got Prabhupada. Yes? Some good arrangement, we have got nice facility, correct? So we are not going to take advantage. Then what is the position? What is our position? Tell me. Very unfortunate. Yes? So don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. You are so much concerned about investing. Don't waste this valuable opportunity. What you just require is a little investment of your time only, not even money, only your. And that also given to you by who? Krishna. So take advantage. Come in the morning. We don't say you stay a whole day. You come here, attend as Prabhupada said. Then he said you go, do your duty. If you are a householder, you go be Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, whatever. He never say you stay in the temple whole day. Did he say that? No. Correct? You go, do your work, whatever, come back. Correct? Yes. So everything is very nicely set up. We just don't want to take advantage. And we must be, we are asking for trouble. Yes? So, I think I explained this clearly now. Is it clear, not clear? Huh? Not clear. So, any questions? Kun. What?
Some devotees they attack the coronavirus also. So how the karma is work for them?
Yeah, they waking up in the morning, Find out whether they are waking up in the morning. This is what the answer is here. Correct? If you are doing it, then Krishna will protect you. Yes. If you are not doing, then even if you are attacked by coronavirus, even the devotee die, what loss? For the devotee living or dying, no problem. Correct? He is living, he is spreading the Krishna's name. When he dies, he will go somewhere, either the spiritual world, or if he takes birth in heaven or whatever, he will be always be the Krishna conscious. No loss. For the devotee, there is no loss, whether he dies or lives or what, no problem. But it's only the non-devotees, that's the problem. Right? Everybody will die, there is no doubt about it. Correct? That's why the sadhu is wishing the devotee, either you live or you die, it doesn't matter. Because you die, you will go back to Godhead. You stay here, you also chanting Krishna name. What loss for you? Yes. Either it's coronavirus or heart attack or what, stroke, something will come. Yes. So the devotees, they are not frightened of death, because the devotees are waiting for death. That's a difference. The devotees are waiting for death, but the non-devotees, oh, why are you telling this wrong thing? Why I don't speak all these things to. That's why they say, correct, right? When Parikshit Maharaj was cursed to die, he didn't say, what a rascal this Brahmin, why he cursing me to die? He didn't say that. Oh, he has cursed me. He gave the messenger, he gave him a very valuable jewel. Oh, you brought me the best news. Anyone will say like that? Huh? Tell me. Because he is preparing, you understand? We are not living in the clouds. We know we will die. And we know how to save ourselves also. That is the important thing. That is the one. If you know this medicine will save me, then why I should be frightened? Yes? That's why devotees are called Akutobaya, fearless. The word, when you say devotee, they use the word Akutobaya. Why? Because the devotee is fearless. Why is he fearless? Why? Huh? The illusory material nature attracts the minute living, not this verse. The devotees worship you as the shelter of all beings, disregard death, and place their feet on his head. But with the words of the Vedas, you bind the non-devotees like animals, though they be very vastly learned scholars. It is your affectionate devotees who can purify themselves and others, but those who are inimical to you, and others, not those who are inimical to you. See this point? The devotees are what? The devotees worship you as the shelter of all beings, disregard death and place the feet on his. Why? Because they know who will save them, like this verse. No one in this material world has become free from the four principles of birth, death, old age and disease, even by fleeing to various planets. But now that you have appeared, my Lord, death is fleeing in fear of you, and the living entities, having obtained shelter at your lotus feet by your mercy, are sleeping in full mental peace. See that? Right? You understand? Are you following? So, our position is different. A devotee understands how to escape death. You follow? And if you know and you are frightened, materialists are generally very attached to their present bodily comforts and to the bodily comfort they expect in the future. They are always absorbed in thoughts of their wives, children and wealth, and are afraid of giving up their bodies. See that? Which are full of stool and urine. If a person engaged in Krishna consciousness, however, is also afraid of giving up his body, And what is the use of him labor to study the Shastra? It's simply waste of time. Huh? In chess, they call it checkmate, you know. You know what is checkmate? Checkmate means cannot move this side, cannot move that, cannot move at all.
Checkmate means even the place you are in also you are gone.
Yeah.
Stalemate means the place you are in you are okay, but if you move you are gone.
See here? This way also cannot, that way also cannot, only one way is left. Yes. What is that? Sharanam Gati. That's all. That is all you can do. Just take up your hand and say, I surrender. I follow. You understand? That is what we have to do. I think no way out. Looks like you can do many things, but actually there is no way out. This way you turn, you get caught. That way you turn, you get caught. Which way you want to go? Yes? Understand? Clear? Any other questions? Huh?
So when we do a chanting, right? So can we use like clickers for chanting?
If you wake up late, you will use clicker. If you wake up late, then you will use clicker for sure. If you wake up early, then what's the need to clicker? Correct?
So can we use clicker for chanting?
Anyway, what to do? You cannot, then what else choice you have? Correct?
Is there any difference by using chanting bits and clickers?
Yes, there's a big difference. That's why I'm telling you, you come here, you stay here and you chant and you see whether there's a difference or no difference. First difference is that you will become very enthusiastic. That is the symptom of a person who is progressing. That's the first symptom. If he is chanting properly, then he will become very enthusiastic. But if he is chanting for many years, no enthusiasm, that means what? Something wrong in the chanting. Something? That's the test. You must get enthusiasm, you must get what? You must be patient and you must become very determined. These are three things. Utsaha, Nishchayat, Daryat, Tat Tat Karma Parvartanat. These are the symptoms. So how you test whether there is difference or no difference? You test whether you are becoming enthusiastic, whether you are becoming determined or you are patient. You are not, you know yourself what, correct? Yes? That means something is wrong in the process. Prabhupada said the symptom of enthusiasm is this: how can I serve the Lord? Whether he is having very nice prasadam, whether I can go there and be with, these are the positive one. You are thinking of associating with the, but you want to stay away, you want to run out, you don't want to be, you don't want to read, you don't want to hear, all these are negative. You understand? That means that there is no enthusiasm. You follow? Test. Positive and this is negative. Prabhupada is giving the example like that. Whether Krishna is giving nice prasadam, or whether he is dressed very nicely, that's positive. How I can, do more for him, that's positive. How I cannot do anything, then that's negative. You have to be careful because your mind, you understand? You understand? So I would recommend you to chant in the, and if you cannot, then you follow? Anything else? So, what do you think? You have learned a few things today?
There are a few questions online.
Oh, what is the question?
First is why Narad Muni cursed Nalapura and Nikhil? They can read the book, right?
Who is asking?
Uppusama Maradamukka.
Who?
Uppusama Maradamukka.
Ask him to read the book, no? We are simply asking question. Ask him to go read the chapter. Why he was cursed, he can read. 10th canto, 10th chapter, from there, whole there. 10, 10, 1 he reads. Then he will have to answer there.
Next, Ayyappa.
Hmm.
Is it bad to have extra rounds in the night or evening as we are hearing class in the morning or some busy service? Is it bad to have extra rounds in the night or evening as we are hearing class in the morning or some busy service?
Ideally, you should chant his rounds in the morning during Brahma Muhurta time. But if you cannot, then you have to space out and see how best you can try to complete your rounds. Because you have to learn how to give priority. You know? Chanting in the morning is very effective. Whereas chanting other times, your mind is absorbed in many other material activities. So your concentration will not be so much there. But anyway, to chant always is important. Chanting is very important. So try to give preference to chant in the morning. That's the best. If you cannot, then what to do? It's like you got class and all that. Okay, you try, space out. See how you can finish it. But don't make it a point to miss your morning and try to keep all your rounds and in the night. Like some devotee was telling me before. No, Prabhu, I like to chant my rounds in the night, you know. What? He likes to chant his rounds in the night. You understand? These are all counterproductive. You follow? You must follow the Shastra. Shastra says what? Chant in the night. Night is in the mode of goodness. He changed the timetable. Prabhu, I adjusted. I made morning mode of ignorance and night in the mode of goodness. He did that? Come on, it's nonsense. Yes?
They quote, Jagannath Babaji used to say 7 to 11 p.m. Very nice to chant.
At night. 7 to 11. You please become Jagannath Das Babaji first. I have no objection. You stay in the toilet there and chant. You know, he goes to the toilet to chant there. You also follow him. Why only the 7 to 11? Also put the part where you have to go to the toilet. That part you don't want to follow? It's all, understand? They want to take the easy way out. Correct? Shortcut. Understand? You have to follow the system given by Acharya. You cannot invent your system. I am following Jagannath Baba. You first follow Prabhupada, no? Correct? Anyway, Jagannath Das Babaji, I am sure will be chanting 64 rounds. Correct? Yes? That one you don't want to follow. 16 rounds from Prabhupada, 7 to 9 from Jagannath Das Babaji. And then Namahat from Bhakti Vinod. Correct? I mean, you want to, you want to what? Take what?
We have to work and become devotee like Bhakti Vinod.
Yes. It is nonsense.
Bhaktisiddhanta don't follow
No.
anything.
He's too strict, Right? No. Bhaktisiddhanta I follow. He said, cannot do your 16 rounds. You chant 4 rounds minimum. Wow, that's very good.
That is not Bhaktisiddhanta.
I don't know where he came from. You understand? No, you say only 4 rounds. All day sleep and then night time 4 rounds. Hare Krishna, finish. Prabhu, I was very busy, Prabhu. Understand? All these kind of things. You try to follow what Prabhupada has standard given. Don't try to change that. You understand? Okay, any more questions there?
Is it bad to do some rounds in the morning and some in the evening?
It's not bad, but if you can do in the morning, preferable, that'd be the best. Morning is the mode of goodness. Try to make best use of the time. You know, if you wake up about 5 o'clock and do a little Mangalarti, especially for the householders, and concentrate on chanting, it should be no problem. 5 to 7 you can finish, 2 hours. Yes? And if you want to go to work, let's say at 9 o'clock, you go 7 to 9 to do many things. Yes or not? The only problem is that you don't want to wake up in the morning. That's the problem. That is the problem. Why you don't want to wake up in the morning? Because you are a late night. So when you do late night, then how you wake up morning? Correct? Very difficult, juggling act, you know. Especially householders, when they work so late, they come back, or now they have to work from the house, then they got the family, the wife, the children, so much time you have to give to so many things. Very tough. That's why they need, association of devotees to help. Grahastha ashram must associate with the other ashram. The strength will come. Because it is a very difficult ashram, so many things, unexpected. Suddenly something will happen. Correct? Yes? So we have to take advantage. So preferably you will try to chant the rounds in the morning. If you cannot, then what to do? But try to change the habit of keeping the rounds for the later part of the day. Not only that, when you finish your rounds in the morning, your mind is so free to do many things. Otherwise you are always thinking, I have to do my round, then neither this will do and neither that also will do. Both you will not do. And then when you are chanting, during the daytime you are chanting, you will be talking, Hare Krishna, what the prasadam? Hare Krishna. And then always talking, correct? So you will be diverted many times, That's my experience, I have seen. Try to complete your, no talking, no nothing, just hearing Hare Krishna, finish, and then do anything you like. Yes? That be the best. Okay? Some more?
If due to my medical classes and patients, because patients can come at any time, may I do some chanting in the morning and some at evening?
Patient come in the morning?
5 o'clock.
Patient come at 5 o'clock in the morning? What? What? So you try not see patients at the time, in the morning, and finish your rounds, and then that's it. More time for the patients.
Can someone chant during walk? Is it important to chant while you are sitting?
If you are not going to be sleepy, then you can sit down and chant. But if you are feeling sleepy, then it's best to walk. Then you will be also hearing attentively. The whole idea of chanting is to hear Hare Krishna. Right? But if you sit down, usually if you are tired, if you sit down, then your mind will drift. And not only that, your one round will take 15 minutes to finish. Understand? Because you are falling asleep and you are waking up. And so many inattentive chanting. Right? So, but if you walk, then you will not feel sleepy. Correct? And you will finish your rounds nicely. So you try to, I'm sure this is a common sense, correct? If you sleep when you feel sleepy, you bring a pillow and sleep some more. What? You want to wake up and walk? No, correct? Logic. And try to not put in yourself in a situation you will fall asleep. Why? Right? You know you sit down, you will fall asleep. You purposely sit down and chant, then what? There's something wrong with you, right? Yes? You correct yourself. Understand? There is no harm. Prabhupada also was, you see the video, right? Prabhupada is chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Prabhupada was sitting down. Prabhupada, what was he doing? Walking. Yes? Right. Nobody say you cannot sleep. After chanting you can sleep whole day. Who cares? Correct? Yes or not? But first finish your chanting. Don't mix your chanting and sleeping. Then it's going to be a problem. Yes? Okay, anything else? Finish, huh? Alright, thank you very much. These are all little tips that you should try to use your common sense to employ. Huh? And if you surrender to Krishna and Krishna is in your heart, he will also help you, give you good intelligence how to make progress. That's Krishna. Alright, thank you very much. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaur Premanandi.